Ayy, so amazing. You see how they playing? LiveWire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is LiveWire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good, Washington Commander fans? All right, it looks like we got some more movement in the Josh Harris deal with owning the Washington Commanders. Seems like we getting closer and closer to that time before we could say we have a new owner, which we already do, but we already know the formality. But to say it will become official, that's gonna be music to my ears, and I can't wait. Right now, Josh Harris has agreed to replace private equity and financing. That was one of the steps that he needed to change in order to become the owner of the Washington franchise. Now, there are some specific dates that I need y'all to pay attention to, because the fact of the matter is, Ben Fisher on Twitter just tweeted out today, said that NFL owners have been told to reserve July 20th and August the 8th as dates for possible special league meetings. So it said, a strong sign that the league thinks it can get the Commanders deal to a final vote by one of those dates. Hopefully July 20th is that date, because we'll be in it'll be just before training camp, and then the training camp will go all the way until August, and then preseason, and then the start of the season follows behind that. So if the sale with the Washington Commanders is expected to be finalized, then the team goes back. The team will, like I said, the team will be in Asheville, Virginia for training camp, which training camp starts on July 27th. So, with that being said, the financial committee and Josh Harris has been working through a lot of issues, like I said, because they wanted to make sure, and just like John Klein and Rick Snyder have said, that to order to be in this billion-dollar owners club, even though you have all of this, you own these other teams, but the fact of the matter is that they want you to operate by their rules. And so if you have to change a little bit here and change a little bit there, then that's fine. But to secure the ownership of this team is very, very much needed. So if you have to tweak something just to satisfy the masses, then by all means do it. Just own this team, get this team back to prominence, slowly but surely, one day at a time, 1 year at a time, so forth and so on. So every limited partner in this article said every limited partner has to be vetted by the NFL, which has likely to complete at this point. The bigger issue that has been reported involving the NFL's debt limit, which is $1.1 billion, and their rules against private equity funds owning interest in teams. Now, this is something that I was listening to the Dan Patrick show, because they be bringing a lot of informative stuff and guys on the show. Even on Two Pros and a Cup of Joe, I listen to like religiously every morning. And they had one guy on there, they was talking about the issue with Saudi money invading U.S. soil because of the live in the PGA Tour. And it was asked if they think that eventually that a Saudi investment group or partner could own an NFL team. And this is where it gets sticky, because at the same time, by Josh Harris having all these limited partners, they want to make sure that ratio doesn't exceed the private the NFL's debt limit. Now, like if you wasn't owning an NFL team and you had high debt, then it doesn't matter because that you just doing whatever you do. But since the NFL debt limit is 1.1 billion, you can't oversee that. So you're gonna have to construct it a certain way to where it meets that criteria. So Josh Harris and Mitchell Rouse, they both they was in New York last Wednesday, going over this stuff, and thankfully that the meeting went very, very well with the financial committee. So, and for some reason, Jim Irsay has been, believe it or not, he's been like some kind of spokesperson for the Washington Commanders. Don't know why, but anyway. But Josh Harris had reported to agree to replace the private equity that the committee felt it needed to be under the rules. Mike Orzani from Forbes reported that the private equity funds would not have directly own proper equity or loan money to the Commanders. And you know you still got that $500 million loan that Daniel Snyder took out with Bank of America. So that added debt, that's another debt. So who knows? But anyway, the private equity financing for the $6.05 billion deal was to come from Acosta Sports Partner and the Ares Management. So, which is a loan against Harris Blitz Sports and Entertainment, according to two sources familiar with the negotiations and trade condor for Josh Harris and his group. A spokesman for HBSE would not comment. So apparently, pretty much, I guess he got loans out with these other teams, against these other teams while he owned these other franchises. So, but nonetheless, I'm glad that he decided to rework whatever it is for him to be able to attain ownership for the Washington Commanders. So hopefully, between the two dates, August 8th or July 20th, this could get done. Hopefully this could get done by July 20th. When July 20th come, hopefully that be the date. Then we can move forward. We can announce it. Then they can sit down with Ron Rivera, his team, and then work out contracts from that point. So there you have it. We are getting closer and closer to have a new owner for the Washington Commanders, and it can't be soon enough. So hopefully we get this done. Like I said, me personally, I hope it's July 20th. I don't want to see go August 8th. That's where I don't want to see that. But if it gets nailed down by July 20th, then that's a good move, because then that's the start. Training camp is 7 days after, and then you don't want it to linger on anymore, because you got training camp and you don't want all of this to be ahead. Hopefully we could get this part of the video on Hard Knocks if we get Hard Knocks. So there you have it. But anyway, continue to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell anytime I drop a hardcore video. Until then, this your boy LWSME, and I'm out.